Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis for PSG versus Real Madrid. And this match showed the problems Real Madrid has in terms of their squad and their capabilities, also with the manager's team selection. I'm just going to be going over the goals, then I'll just leave a bit of a note or just my final thoughts at the end. Alright, so PSG have the ball. And we know with PSG, what there is that you have people like, especially in terms of this particular area, you have people running. Doué, Dembele, could be a João Neves running in. I'm not sure about him, even Fabian Ruiz, but they are always making movement, interchanging position. Because the fact that Fabian Ruiz got a brace today tells you something. And then one thing about the PSG team is that they read each other's movements. Because Hakimi, he can see what's happening. He can see what Doué wants to do. Because here, as Doué gets the ball, that's some lovely footwork. And that's one thing that Doué was also doing very well in this game. Get the ball, hold it up, maybe get past one or two people and recycle. Pass it to someone, and then they start all over again building. And so as Doué has the ball, it's the fact that he takes out two Real Madrid players here. And fortunately enough, at the point in time, it looked like Real Madrid were fortunate because there was no one in this particular area, right? But then here, so this is what PSG love to do again. They don't like taking, because even in this game I noticed no one really was taking shots like across goal or near post, whatever. They don't like taking shots at very bad angles. They're most likely in an area here, someone will probably finish. That's what they do. Now here, if there's a part of me that thought that he sold. Part of me thought this was selling because you're not supposed to make such mistakes. Because I don't. All right, so let's. All right, so first touch, it's bad, but he can still recover from this. He can pass it to Rudiger, or he can kick it very high and very wide. And there's that classic saying, when in doubt, clear it out. And he just took too long on the ball. And then this is one thing that I love about PSG, everyone presses. Ever since they got rid of the big names, everyone does what the coach wants. Everyone plays to help the team. No one plays to boost their own numbers. Everyone here is helping each other. Because at this point, it doesn't matter whether it's Dembele, Doué, Kvaratskhelia, all of them would have done the same thing. Even João Neves, Hakimi, all of them would have done the same thing. The way they interchange, it's pure football what PSG are playing. And then it's so painful. Like Courtois does something, but unfortunately, this would have probably been a penalty. Fabian Ruiz so unmarked because everyone's focused on the ball. Simple finish, simple tapping. PSG 1-0. And when I was watching this, I actually assumed things would not get worse, but they did get worse very, very quickly. And Luis Enrique was a very happy man. He was celebrating those goals very much. Former Barcelona player playing against Real Madrid and Xabi Alonso. All right. So here Bellingham has the ball. All right. So they force him into this situation, and then again, one thing I really didn't like about Real Madrid is that they were so stagnant in these particular positions. The fact that no one even tries to move or drop deep into these certain positions, because in most phases of the games, you would find that I think this was especially after the third goal was scored. You would find it's almost like the pitch was divided. You would have six players here, and you would have four players there. They weren't really they weren't really playing as a team. It's like they were just a group of players doing their own thing, and another set that was doing their own thing. And that's really good. I really hope this does not continue because it's going to come back to bite them. Because there's so much space that one person can go deep, try and collect the ball, but unfortunately, back then, and then again, it comes to squad selection. But that's for the end of towards the end of the video. Rudiger here, I don't know what happens because I actually assumed he also sold because Asensio sold, and then I'm assuming Rudiger also sold because what is this? I do not know what happened, and then Dembele is quick on that, very, very quick. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, and Courtois, you can see, he's confident in his ability. He decided he's not going to rush out one-on-one, but I do feel he could have taken a few steps forward to try and force Dembele one side, but he would probably still finish. It's an excellent goal, but this mistake from Rudiger, it's just something that just seems so strange, because both centre backs made costly errors. Alright, so the mistake happened somewhere around here, right? Let me just let it wait a bit. We're trying to avoid copyright. I mean, very, very, very shocking. Alright, so, and it's a really good finish by Dembele. But Rudiger and Asensio, something else. And then this is the fluidity of PSG, because at this point, Real Madrid were chasing, they were literally chasing shadows. Because look at how quick they play, and this is on the counter. And then just look at this. It's so quick. Because at this point, I understand why he goes there, and I do admit he does go quite the distance. It's either Hakimi one-on-one, or the ball goes there, and if it goes there, you probably have a good chance to try and get something on it. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, not really one-on-one, but he's in a good area. Passes it to his teammate. Now, one thing I like about Fabian Ruiz, he knows Valverde is going to come and block his shot if he tries to shoot it first time. So what he does is that shields the ball, lets Valverde get past him, and slots it in. And at this point in time, PSG played a lot of professional courtesy to Real Madrid, because they could have continued scoring, attacking, but they didn't. They just stopped. They just relaxed on what they were doing, and that's definitely professional, because this match could have been worse. It could have been worse. Real Madrid were just so, they just didn't gel, and it's because of PSG's. I could sit all day talking about the way PSG, it just feels so good, so refreshing. And we were robbed of the final in terms of the Champions League, Inter versus Barca, but let's not talk about that. And then now, alright, so let's count here. PSG player takes the ball in behind. So how many Real Madrid players do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. And at this point in time, so that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 8. So we're assuming there are 2 more players there, which is already terrible, because at this point Real Madrid were tired, they were chasing shadows, and because the fact there's 4 players here, there's another 4 here, there's a third here, there's 1 here, which means there's probably 2 here. They were tired, they probably just wanted the game to end quick. And then this is one thing about PSG. They're willing, because what they'll do, they'll recycle, but what they're doing is that they're creating more space. They create this illusion that no, they're going back, and then with just one ball, they just find themselves forward so quickly. Because look at this, one ball, boom. They've penetrated all the Real Madrid players, and it's just free space for them to run into. Courtois, I understand why he does that. He thought he could get it, but unfortunately it's one that's played to the side. Very smart on PSG, because if it was here, he probably would have gotten it, but the fact that it's played to this area here, yeah, goalkeeper is not getting to that. As you can see, Bacola here. I love this run, and it's a good ball. Yeah, Bacola could have hit this first time, but look at where Courtois is. He could, yes, Bacola could have hit this first time, but it's most likely his shot would have been blocked. And that's one thing. That's the thing about PSG. They're willing to recycle. And at this point here, I don't understand why Carvajal and Lucas Vasquez were subbed onto this match. I don't think it's necessary for them to start ruining their records. And considering this game involved Real Madrid chasing the game a lot, I don't understand how Vasquez, Carvajal, and you might as well given it to younger players. So just to run. Lovely turn by Bacola, and if you notice here, we have Gonzalo Ramos running, There's also another player there. That's one thing PSG were doing that Real Madrid didn't. PSG were willing to overload the box, just have people coming in, creating that confusion. Real Madrid, not really. And I love this by Bacola. Takes his time, passes it to Gonzalo Ramos, and because of the way PSG play, this player here doesn't know whether to stay or pressure him, because if he pressures him, he passes it to him. If he goes to him, he has the free shot on goal, and he does neither. He just backs forward. He just backs away, and Gonzalo Ramos with the goal. Let's have this, and as you see here, tribute to Jota. Now I just want to see the other angle of the goal. Yeah, because here it's so easy for Gonzalo Ramos. He doesn't have to do much, and I understand his confusion because there's so many players in the box. But I'll just advise him: go for what's nearest. Don't go for what's furthest. Go for the person who has the ball. Don't mind about the person that's there. If he passes it, that's not your problem anymore. Someone else should have marked him. Could have at least just blocked off this shot. And also, he's also slightly blocking Thibaut Courtois. Simple finish. No, not simple, but it's a decent finish. It's a lovely finish. Real Madrid should really sort out their problems because the formation somewhat okay, but starting Vini, Mbappe, same team with Gonzalo, because Gonzalo Garcia he just couldn't impose himself in that match because Mbappe and Vinicius were just taking each other's flanks. At some times they were switching positions, and those two, no, those three they don't do that. That's PSG. That was PSG's thing. Real Madrid, this match, Rudiger, Asensio, defensively terrible. And Chouameni, at a certain point, it looked like he wanted to get himself sent off. Fortunately enough, the ref gave a yellow. And one thing I'll commend the ref for doing was ending the game at exactly 90 minutes. No extra time was played in the second half. I commend the ref for that because because someone might have got injured, unnecessary red card, stuff like that. But PSG are looking like a very scary team. Who knows? They might win Champions League 2 times in a row. Otherwise, that's been my match analysis. If I was to say everything, this could take a while, even like a good 20-30 minute rant. But otherwise, we're not here for that. Yeah, that's been the match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. A la Madrid.